What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. It is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now, it is 12:38 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some major breaking news coming in from the Middle East. So, another tanker ship was attacked in the Red Sea by the Houthi rebels in Yemen, and also a U.S. warship was attacked while it was trying to respond to the tanker ship being attacked. So apparently, the Houthi rebels in Yemen launched two missiles at a tanker ship carrying jet fuel in the Red Sea, and also gunmen on skiffs attempted to board the tanker when they were repelled by the tanker's private security force. And the USS Mason, which has already been attacked multiple times, responded to the incident, and a drone was launched towards it, and it had to shoot that drone down. Okay. So this is very serious, guys. They're now going after various types of fuels. The other day, they tried to attack and hijack an oil tanker. And then today, a jet fuel tanker. Okay. And they have some serious, for trying to attack a U.S. warship. And that's like probably the third or fourth time they've tried to attack one of our warships. Okay. About a week ago, they launched missiles at the USS Mason. And then they launched a drone and now another drone. Okay. So this is very, very serious, guys. Things are really escalating in the Red Sea area. Yesterday, the Yemen Armed Forces spokesman said that they were going to continue to prevent any ships from going to or from Israel. And they said they're going to be patrolling both the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf for any ships from any country trying to go to Israel. Okay. So this is very, very serious, guys. Okay, things are really escalating. In addition to this, we have U.S. nuclear forces on high alert again today. We had B-2 stealth bombers flying over the North Atlantic yesterday, and we also have a B-1 Lancer nuclear bomber airborne right now over northern Texas getting aerially refueled, and we have two nuclear war command and control planes in the air right now. Okay, so let me just read to you some more details about this attack. This is coming from the Associated Press, and they're quoting two U.S. officials. Two missiles fired from territory held by Yemen's Houthi rebels missed a commercial tanker loaded with Indian manufactured jet fuel near the key Bab al Mandeb Strait on Wednesday, two U.S. officials said. It is the first time they targeted an energy shipment heading to the Suez Canal. An American warship, the USS Mason, also shot down a suspected Houthi drone flying in its direction during the incident, said the officials, who spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss intelligence matters. No one was hurt in the attack, the officials said. The Marshall Islands flagged tanker was traveling north towards the Suez Canal in the Red Sea. Satellite tracking data analyzed by the Associated Press showed the vessel was on its way from Mangalore, India, and had an armed security crew aboard it. According to data transmitted by the ship, those guards apparently opened fire to drive off skiffs loaded with men trying to board the vessel, the private intelligence firm Ambry said. Ardmore Shipping Corp., which owns and operates the ship, issued a statement to the Associated Press acknowledging the attack. No one boarded the vessel and all crew members are safe and accounted for, the statement said. The vessel remains fully operational with no loss of cargo or damage on board. It added that Ardmore is in close contact with the relevant authorities and military assistance is now in the area providing support as required. The ship was carrying a load of jet fuel from Shell MRPL Aviation Fuels and Services Limited, a joint operation of the oil giant and India's national oil company. The fuel was heading to either Rotterdam in the Netherlands or Gävle, Sweden, Ardmore Shipping said. Shell declined to comment. So this is crazy, guys. And then just the other day, a French frigate had to intercept some missiles or drones, and Israel is now deploying their corvettes to the region. Okay, Israel has warned the United States that if the U.S. doesn't do anything about this problem, Israel's going to have to do something themselves because they're getting blockaded, basically. Israel has some major ports on the Red Sea, and that's one of the ways that they get goods in and out of Israel is through the Red Sea. Okay, they get a lot of goods coming in from Asia. They send a lot of goods out to Asia, and the best way to do that is to go through the Red Sea. Otherwise, they have to go all the way around Africa through the Mediterranean. All right. And here we have an official write-up from the UK MTO of the incident here. So let me read to you what they're saying. The UK MTO has received a report of a small boat with 3 armed persons on board approximately 50 nautical miles west of the port of Hodeidah, Yemen. The small boat approached a merchant vessel to within half a nautical mile. The embarked armed security team fired warning shots. There was an exchange of small arms fire, and small boat departed the area. The reporting vessel was then hailed by an entity declaring itself as the Yemeni authorities, directing the vessel to alter course to Yemen. The reporting vessel then cited an explosion 200 meters astern. Crew mustered in the emergency station vessel, and crew reported as safe. So first they tried to board this vessel, and the armed security team fired warning shots. Then the Yemen military or whoever contacted the vessel and ordered them to go into the port in Yemen. Basically, they wanted to hijack this vessel and take the jet fuel, and then they refused, and then missiles were fired at it. Here's another incident that occurred this morning. This is a separate incident. UK MTO has received a report that a vessel 90 nautical miles south of Al Duqm was followed by 5 to 6 small boats for approximately 90 minutes. The small boats had 3 POB and appeared to be in gray uniforms. The small boats had a machine gun mounted on the bow. Master reports the small boats had powerful outboards which can likely attain 25 knots. The small boats came to within 6 to 8 cables. All right, a cable is 100 fathoms or 1/10 of a mile, so that's like 3/4 of a mile. That's how close they got to one of these ships. The small boats have now cleared the area, and the vessel and crew are safe. So this was further out in the Gulf of Aden near Oman. Okay, so this is crazy, guys. Let me show you what we have going on right now. We have 2 nuclear war command and control planes in the air. Okay, one flying over Oregon, one flying over western Nebraska. Okay, these planes are responsible for remotely launching all of our Minuteman III ICBMs, and they're also responsible for issuing launch orders to our submerged nuclear-armed submarines. And here we have the B-1 Lancer nuclear bomber that's flying over North Texas right now. And it was aerially refueled by this KC-135 Stratotanker, but it was looping right over here. Looks like it turned its transponder off. They were both looping right here, okay? And I want to just play some sound clips for you of these B-2 stealth bombers communicating with some radio stations in the U.S. and Turkey. Okay, they had the call sign Death 31. One of them had the call sign Death 31. Let me play this for you.
Gander radio, Death 31. How do you read this transmitter?
Death 31, Gander radio, read you 3 by 4. How do you read Gander?
Death 31 has you broken but readable.
So this is the B-2 pilot communicating with the control tower or the radio station, and his call sign is Death 31.
And radio, roger. Go ahead.
That's 3-1. We're looking for a Hotel Fox frequency for our oceanic crossing.
3-1 Gander Radio, do you have a position report or an estimate for Gander at this time?
It's frozen and unreadable.
5, 6, 1, 6, or 8, 8, 9er 1.
And Gander is still coming in broken and readable. If you could relay through another aircraft on guard, we'll copy you down there.
Gander Radio, roger, break. Any station for Gander on 122.3.
And here's another sound clip.
We are on the 122.375, Turkish 12.
Turkish 12, Gander Radio request.
No.
So apparently the U.S. Controller contacted a Turkish controller and was asking them something about the B2. So let's listen to this.
Request, Turkish 10.
I have a request for you, sir. Are you able to contact a flight on guard frequency with frequencies for Gander?
Positive, we can contact Turkish 10.
Gander Radio, roger. On your guard frequency, request contact a flight Delta Echo Alpha Tango Hotel 31, Death 31, and the frequencies 5616.
So the U.S. controller is asking the Turkish controller to communicate with the B2 on a separate frequency.
Or 889er 1.
Okay, we will try to contact.
And what's interesting is the frequency that the U.S. controller gave to the Turkish controller is the 8991 frequency, which is the same frequency for emergency action messages. Okay, that's the frequency that the U.S. military uses to communicate with nuclear forces. So very, very interesting, guys. I'm telling you, something big is about to go down. I don't know what, but Biden approved the emergency sale of 14,000 tank shells to Israel. Okay, 14,000 tank shells to Israel. Israel doesn't need 14,000 tank shells to deal with Hamas. Okay, there could be some kind of big escalation coming soon, either with Hezbollah or Yemen or Iran. We'll have to wait and see, but our nuclear forces are on high alert. And then 2 days ago, we had 6 nuclear war command and control planes in the air at the same time. I want to show you guys a little bit of what's going on right now in the Middle East. Here we have a P-8 Poseidon sub-hunter that was patrolling the coast of Lebanon and Syria. This is pretty interesting. And what's really interesting is that it was looping near Beirut, okay, the capital of Lebanon, and then it went up towards Latakia. So very interesting that they would be all the way up here. And here we have a NATO sentry plane patrolling Estonia and the Baltic countries and northern Poland. This is very concerning. This is happening right now, guys. This thing is in the air over eastern Germany. It was looping over eastern Estonia. This is an AWACS plane. This is basically a radar plane. And this is the Russian border right here. And what's interesting is just about a week or two ago, there was some breaking news that came out of this area that Estonia was putting anti-tank obstacles in Narva, okay, right on the border with Russia. Right here, they were putting dragon's teeth. These are concrete pyramids about 2 to 3 feet tall to block the roadway here, the entry into Narva from Russia. And now all of a sudden they're sending an AWACS plane here into Estonia. And it was also patrolling northern Poland along Poland's border with Russia. So very interesting. And this morning we also had an RC-135 rivet joint ISR plane flying around Kaliningrad. And this update was sponsored by My Patriot Supply guys, they have brought back their 25% discount on their 3-month emergency food supply. And to get the discount, you have to use the link preparewithnyprepper.com. And the link is in the description below this video. And this 3-month emergency food supply has a 25-year shelf life, and it's all contained within 6 rugged, watertight buckets. So it doesn't take up a lot of space. Pretty much anyone can find the space in their home to fit 6 buckets, and it'll cover you for 3 months. And it's a variety of food, lunches, breakfasts, dinners, drinks, snacks, free shipping included, 25% off their normal price. Use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get the discount. They also have a 2-week emergency food supply, which is excellent for outdoorsmen or people who go vehicle camping. Now, why would you want to have 3 months of emergency food? Well, you can't rely on the just-in-time delivery system. We saw that fail during the pandemic. People were panic buying all kinds of food, and there were shortages of meat, dairy, and various types of foods. And that's nothing. If there was a true crisis in this country, like nuclear war, an EMP, a cyber attack, whatever the situation is, natural disasters, hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, people would panic and buy up all the food. You don't want to be reliant on grocery stores for your food. You want to have a cushion for your family, and this will give you that cushion for a very reasonable price. You don't have to worry about rotating anything. You don't have to worry about your preps going bad. Just store this stuff in a temperature stable location, not too cold, not too hot, stable throughout the year, and it will last 25 years. This is an excellent gift idea for the prepper in your life. The 2-week food supply is an excellent gift idea for the outdoorsman in your life. They also have a general store. If you click the My Patriot Supply logo at the top of the page when you get to preparewithnyprepper.com, it'll take you to their general store where they have everything you can imagine, from potassium iodide to water filters, solar generators, solar panels, survival seeds, fire starters, anything you can imagine, it's all there. So use the link preparewithnyprepper.com to get 25% off of the My Patriot Supply 3-month freeze-dried food supply. And the link is in the description below this video. And it also flew along Poland's border with Belarus, but you can see it flew around Kaliningrad, and then it did one extra loop here off the coast of Kaliningrad in the Baltic, and then it did an extra loop down here along Poland's Belarus border. So this is very interesting. NATO is on high alert. And last night and early this morning, we had an RQ-4 Global Hawk fly towards Israel and the West Bank, and then it went dark on the flight tracker. And I don't know where this thing went, but it took off from Sicily and it went straight towards Israel, as you can see here. And it flew over the West Bank and then it just disappeared. Okay, check that out. Here's another shot. Okay, you can see coming from Sicily here and going straight towards Israel, and then it just disappeared. So where it went, I don't know. Obviously, it went on some kind of a secret mission if it turned its transponder off as soon as it basically crossed over the West Bank. And at the same time, we had a U.S. Air Force E-11A Global Express, which is airborne command post used by the U.S. military. They used these heavily in the Iraq and Afghanistan wars in the early 2000s. And it flew all the way up to the border of Syria from Saudi Arabia, and it was patrolling the Syria-Iraq border here, okay? And we've been seeing more of these planes in the air in this area of Iraq the last couple of days, so I don't know if this is preparations for a strike by the U.S. on the Iranian-backed forces in Syria and Iraq. We'll have to wait and see, but here you can see it was basically looping right along the border with Syria. This is one of the areas where the Iranian-backed militants have been attacking this area here. We have bases here. There's a base up here not far from where this thing was flying in Al-Hasaka, okay, in eastern Syria. We have several bases there, so very interesting. And we also had multiple aerial refuelers flying over northern Iraq last night. Okay, here you can see two of them near Erbil. And late last night, we had aerial refuelers flying over Virginia Beach, which is where we have Norfolk Naval Base. And it was up there for several hours doing multiple loops here. So this is pretty unusual, especially late at night. And here we have a video that was posted by the Iranian-backed forces showing them how they launched drones at American bases. This was 2 days ago. Okay, so these are the drones that they use when they attack the U.S. bases. So it's just basically like a propaganda video, but they use these small drones here. So just thought I would share that with you. And the Ansarullah terrorists in Yemen have threatened the U.S. and the naval coalition that the U.S. is going to be forming, which is Task Force 153. It's going to have like 15 countries. They posted this picture here, and they wrote under the picture, "We have painful leverages against the countries, including Muslim ones, that may participate in the International Coalition Task Force 153 in the Red Sea waters." Okay, so we're going to be sending a task force of 15 countries and their warships into the Red Sea. So things are really going to pop off in the Red Sea soon, guys, because we're going to have like 15 countries with their warships patrolling the Red Sea. And, Yemen is vowing to, attack those ships now. Okay, they're posting this picture here of a missile. And Israel is close to reaching a diplomatic solution to move terror organization Hezbollah away from the northern border with Lebanon, Khan News reported Wednesday morning, along with Israel's main goal of moving Hezbollah forces north of the Litani River and away from Israeli civilians. Discussions with European partners included the potential strengthening of the United Nations interim forces in Lebanon, situated in the southern part of Lebanon. Khan further reported that Minister Benny Gantz held conversations on the subject with the foreign ministers of the UK and France. On Sunday, a Hezbollah MP warned that Israeli airstrikes that caused widespread damage in the town of Eitarun near the Israeli-Lebanese border on Sunday were a new escalation, adding that the terrorist group would continue its attacks on Israel. Lebanese media portrayed the IDF's response to Hezbollah attacks on Sunday as a significant escalation compared to other clashes along the border in recent weeks. So, potential diplomatic solution with Hezbollah. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. But Hezbollah is saying that the airstrikes that Israel launched on Sunday were very severe, and they consider that a new escalation. So they may not want to have any kind of a deal with Israel because they may see that as caving into Israel. So we'll have to wait and see, but that's the initial reports right now. I'm skeptical about that. The Israeli Air Force carried out more airstrikes in southern Lebanon this morning in the Labuni area south of the town of Naquara. All right, so more airstrikes in southern Lebanon. So that's the latest information that I have, guys. I want to remind you that I'm doing a 100,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to be giving away fire starters, an 1800-watt solar generator from Alps, and also a flashlight from ThruNight. And in order to enter into the giveaway, it's free. You don't have to do anything crazy. You just go to my YouTube channel on your computer or phone, and you have to click on the community page. Okay, so when you get to my channel here, the home screen of my channel, you're going to see all these tabs here. You're going to click community. And then once you get to community, you'll see my post here, and it'll say 100,000 subscriber giveaway. And in order to enter the giveaway, you have to reply to my post in my community page. You have to tell me what year I posted my first video on YouTube. And you have to post your reply to this community post, not under this video, but you have to answer that and mention the state you live in. And you have to reply to this community post with that information, and that'll enter you into the giveaway. And I'm going to announce the giveaway winners probably Saturday night during the live stream. Okay. So that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I'll be back later on this afternoon with another update. So make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you get notified when I post these updates. And other than that, take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.